Welcome back, friends. Lost Sky here, and it's time for the Great Ace Attorney some more. Who's the killer? Is it one of these two? Refuting the accusation. You could have just dropped on him, but yeah, wouldn't they see? Yeah, this case is messing with me. I have no clue. We were the only two people up on that roof deck. Dead or alive, I can swear on that. That's not the correct voice. If anything had happened where we were sitting, don't you think one of the other of us would have noticed? In any case, neither of us knew the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man. The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it. If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof? The splat on the ground, apparently. The thud. Let's see if we get the word. I must say that on listening to this testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine how either witness could have performed any malevolent act on his open rooftop deck without the other noticing forthwith. Yeah, that's my question. That's right, you see. Golly, we're innocent, I tell you. Although logically, of course, the argument falls down if the two of you were in collusion with one another. What? Ah! Oh, yeah, okay. Board voice. According to investigations by Scotland Yard. The two witnesses share no common dealings. Ha! Well, I don't trust coppers any more than I trust they would stick and rich. Something doesn't feel right here. The trial is going in our favor, really. So why do I feel so uneasy? Counsel for the defense, over to you. Your cross-examination, please. Oh, yes, my lord. I got no idea what to do here. Alright. Yes. You know what's gonna happen, right? McGilda's gonna do a thing again. You know what's gonna happen. Let's do some pressing. So at no time did the victim, Mr. Mason, climb up to join you on the roof deck? Dickin? Absolutely not. Dickin. He was not Dickin. What? No question about it, you said? None at all. Oh, but yes, of course. I remember seeing them both. I saw... Damn, straight up pointed at him. I saw the victim sat there in closed cabin talking with this man here. Are you sure? Is this true, Mr. McGilda? Dear me, my lord. At the risk of repeating myself, I boarded the omnibus alone and nodded off inside almost immediately. That's an outright lie. Without doubt, you were engaged in. Let me stop you there, fellow, and ask, do you have any evidence at all? It's all about evidence in the courts these days, so it is. You do well to remember that. Ah, I saw you with my own eyes. This is going so well. This is going swimmingly. Hold it! Well, it was on the final run of the omnibus at past 10 o'clock in the evening. It would certainly have been quite dark, perhaps too dark to see clearly. Is this some kind of lark? Is this some kind of joke, he said? Is that what this is? Or perhaps one or the other of you fell asleep briefly? Are you fair dinkum, sir? Are you serious, sir? That's what he said. It's impossible, I tell you. I'd give you the keys to the vault if you could fall asleep in that bitter cold. If you did manage it, your eyelids would freeze shut and you'd never open them again. That's extreme. Oh, with the point again. It was extreme, I tell you, and we had to put up with it because this man had locked the door. Any true gem would have unlocked it and let me in when I knocked. I'm dreadfully sorry about that, young fella. But you see, I was away with the fairies and I didn't hear you at all. That's a lie, I saw you through the glass. You were talking to someone. No, 'twas a cold night, so it was. People do be seeing things that aren't real in the cold. 'Tis hardly surprising. Saying things? I believe we have reached an impasse here on this particular point. You! Don't take it personally now, lad. If I'm a suspect in this case, then 'tis only fair that you and the other fiend are too. Open and free competition is what a capitalist society is all about. This isn't the competition I should like to be involved in, really. I wonder if McGill is actually guilty. And he just did all this mess and then he would have gotten off without anyone? I don't know how that would work out. I don't know. If McGilded is innocent, how the balls? So, you had never met Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason before? Oh, lumma no. Not once, never. You'd never met the man before, you said? Never. Lady First, what's with you? And you, Mr. First, had you no prior dealings with the victim either? That's right, sir. Hatters don't have much to do with brickmakers, to be precisely perfectly honest, sir. No, I imagine not. You see, how many different ways can I put this? Neither of us have the remotest connection to the gentlemen who were inside the cabin. We're gonna do them all first, but okay, we've got something here. That's right, this is about motive, and we had none. Okay, so both of them owed money to him. We know that. No, motive, And, well, that's not all, is it? We'll do the rest of this, but... It's because they both owed McGilded money. Are you quite certain about that? That the skylight was shut the entire time? I'm going to lose my block with you in a minute. He's going to lose his rag with you in a minute. That's what he said. Take a look at it for yourself. Go on. You see, it's shut fast now, just like it was on the night. So it is, of course. A fellow the size of Mr. Mason could likely break right through it, still and all. What? Just looking at the size of the thing, you understand. Now you hold on there a minute, sir. The size of the thing means nothing. Not on its own. Let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we? Let's stop biting our cane, shall we? I thought you said pitching for that. I was riding the omnibus on another occasion when, well, I broke wind loudly and I shocked myself with it as it happens. Okay. This is an unexpected confession, Mr. First. Oh, I just mean to say, well, the point is, I tried to open the skylight, you see. But, just my luck, I couldn't make it budge. The stench was terrible. Everyone was looking daggers at me, sir. I went as red as rouge, I did. Are you expecting me to sentence you? Oh, no, sir. The point is, the skylight can't be opened. I tried and tried when I was inside that cabin of shame. Oh, we got another thing. Curious. The skylight doesn't open, you said. That one seems more relevant than the fact two guys owed him. That proves it. We couldn't have kicked the victim down into the cabin below, I tell you. Neither of us could. Nobody mentioned anything about kicking anyone. Like I said, these details are little nuggets at best. It's the mother lode we should be looking for. Last one. Proof. That's right, I demand to hear it. We came here to see what we saw, I tell you, not that. Ah, crap. Not for this. But you call us both shickers. Is it? Shissers? Shisher? Whatever. Brand us as criminals. You call us lies, that's what he means, and accuse us of doing it. As it stands at the moment. There's no hard evidence that this incriminates yourself now, is there? I believe we're in much the same position as one another here. Ugh. I don't crack this case soon. He'll crack his teeth. Now for the conversation. I wonder if these two men really were involved in some way. I couldn't say. I mean, I don't really know anything about them, do I? Although by the same token, I don't really know anything about Mr. McGilded either. It's so hard to know what to believe here. I think We should try to remember that it's evidence alone that can only determine the outcome of a trial. Evidence. But if you don't have it all, no one can argue against decisive evidence, including members of the jury. So you're saying that what we need now is to find a conclusive piece of evidence? Yes, Mr. Naruhodo, precisely. Alright, so now we're going to go move on to 3. And do the McGilded thing, which I don't think is going to be... I don't think it's going to be as relevant as the 4th one. With the skylight. There it is.
No. Excuse me.
Mr. McGilded. Yes, Counsel, what can I be doing for you? Did the witness's last statement give you pause for thought somehow? Not the remotest connection? Is that right now, I wonder? What are you insinuating now? Oh, Mr. Fairplay. It has been too long, has it? So it has. If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe 'tis fast approaching, is it not? Your repayment date. I beg your pardon. You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir. At an unconscionable rate of interest. You tricked me. It's extortion. Well now, is that a touch of begrudgery, is it? The sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fellow to pass his crimes off to another? And young Mr. First. Me, sir? What do you want me, sir? You do be making hats for a living, do you not? That there top hat sliding about on your head? Is that one of your own creations, is it? Oh, well, that's still just apprentice, you understand? I'm learning to find the perfect fit for whatever fine gent walks through that door. The perfect fit, is it? Well, it is a very distinctive design, so it is. Many customers like it, I tell you. It's like a distinctive touch. Customers. Such as Thrice-Fired Mason. Yeah, right? He's got a similar hat. There was a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence before, my lord. This you mean. Right, I wondered about that hat. Can't help thinking that the poor fella's hat looks distinctly familiar, wouldn't you say? Oh! That's one of my hats. Golly! Aye, that it is. It would seem the brickmaker was a customer of yours. Huh. The sort of customer I'd wager you could have had a wee quarrel with over the distinctiveness of the goods. I'm really surprised McGill didn't even need a defense attorney right now. Looks like he was setting things up. Oh no, sir. No, absolutely not, sir. Well, there's really nothing more to add. Wouldn't be right to say that the two fellas here haven't the remotest connection to the victim, you see. Bow. I rest my case. Ooh, you little weasel. Ugh. He's better at this than I am, right? Gosh, Mr. McGillet has certainly been thorough in his research, hasn't he? Please, don't let me a little interruption hold up the proceedings. Headhunter achievement? Okay. What's that achievement about? And now for this one. The one that should be way more relevant. We have to have the guy recount that he let pass gas again. Thing is, there's a latch at the top. You can't just pull it from the bottom, it looks like. It has to be from the top. So I was passing the gas, and then I couldn't open the thing. It was just not great for me at all. Oh, that voice sounds better. There we go.
Excuse me.
Hey, buddy. What you thinking? You have something to say about that, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade! How do you do that coin thing anyway? Do you need a heavy enough, big enough coin for it? It opens. Hmm? The skylight. That is what we're talking about, right? Gun! Oh shoot. Oh. Oh, they're letting her load it and everything. All them skylights open dead easy. More easily than you can load that weapon. That's a lie, I tell you. Otherwise, when I broke window, you can't open it from... There it is. You can't open it from inside your mug. Oh! She loaded her gun for later. Look, a few weeks ago, I was up on the roof decking one of them drags. Well, I hadn't a great haul. I mean, I hadn't purses coming out on me ears. Mr. Stark, this is not the form to be eulogizing on the subject of your criminal activities. Well, anyway, I hadn't a bit of scare. When I lifted the last bloke's purse and he got wise of me. All four of them surrounded me, so I couldn't up off the bus and take it. I'm doing guy voice, I gotta do better. So what I did was I used the skylight, opened the catch and jumped right through. What? Yeah, the catch for them skylights is on the top side. That's why you can't open them from the cabin. The skylight opens from the rooftop? Yeah, duh. Bailiff. Climb up on top of the roof of the omnibus at once and verify this witness's claims. Sure, sir. Oh, well, don't break my neck on this thing for just pulling all those things, sir. And open! There you go. Whoa! Oh, my hat! Gun. See? I cannot make a girl voice out of that accent. Order! 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 So, it appears that this street ghost statement is quite true. I don't believe it. The skylight opens. I wasn't lying. And from the roof deck. Mr. Naruhodo. This could be the clue we've been looking for. Well, counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination. Yes, my lord. So, the skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate for myself. Right? We should look into that. Present, not present. No, go forward and then we can go court record. Examine the top. So the skylight was fastened shut before, but now the catch has been undone. We should be able to open it. Can we look further? You can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure. Yes, and there's a lamp in the enclosed cat. Okay, we read this before. Okay, so now we go inside. But someone would have to close it again. Well, let's open the door and go inside. Yeah. Wouldn't you have to close it again? Because they said they see through the glass, they saw through the opening. Right? Oh, shoot! There's blood there! Yes, it does open very wide, doesn't it? Wide enough to kick someone like you through, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. Why someone like me? Ah, what is it? Look, just here. Look at this. That's without question. It's blood? Why would there be blood stain there? Surely, it can't be unrelated to the case, can it? Details, blood scene, the crime. Yeah, I can't help but wonder if that was added or not, because this looks fresher than that, doesn't it? I keep wondering if that's planted blood. Like, I'm really wondering if that's planted blood. Alright, so what do we do with this? Okay, where do we use it? Crap! Ah, I went too far. Go back. Ah, here it is. Present! The blood. The blood. The blood on the scene. I have to do it from inside the cabin? I have to do it from inside the cabin. Okay, so I gotta go inside. Glued. Yeah, okay. So, can I present this specifically? Or no, I can't. Okay. I present the whole thing.
Objection.
On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach. And immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. These are the facts and the irrefutable proof. Remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom. What? That's utter humbug. You can't possibly have any evidence. Hey, no, you can't. I mean, we didn't do it, I tell you. It's impossible. Irrefutable proof? Here in this courtroom? Counsel. My lord? I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here, Where exactly within the omnibus is this evidence to which you allude? You will point out what it is that proves the victim fell from the roof deck through the skylight. Ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-bum. Bam. Crap. I hit A instead of X. X. Got it. By Jupiter! Is that? By Jupiter? Blood? This bloodstain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open. What? What? Secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening. Oh my! And so it follows that Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime. There's still a lot more to go since they saw the conversation. No! Like, since they saw a conversation and there's still more to go here. This is a long case. Order! Order! Order!
Hold it.
Who the hell was... Oh, that's his voice? But the blood could have sprayed up here when the fellow was stabbed inside the cave. How? It's possible? If you get an artery in the right spot, you can get that spray. Very hard to do. And only found its way to that one particular spot in the skylight. Sure. And that would be very convenient. Let's keep in mind that the skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? There's no way to know for certain, is there? Yeah, the jet really fell through the skylight, I mean. Why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. Frost? I don't remember that blood being there. It's all too plain, if you see. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fella dropped. Well, a fair heart right there, so it is. What? No! But it can't be. It's all... lies!
Hold it.
My fellow jury members, I think we can all agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we? I believe we can, yes, sir. It's clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom. Gotta change that voice a little, it's Sato. So they thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they? I won't tolerate any of the guild's characters being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it. Oh, I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful park couldn't have done such a thing. On three then, everyone! On three then, everyone! 1, 2! I'm getting two voices mixed up. 3.
Objection.
Woo! Alright, we knew this was coming. A chilling performance, Mr. McGilded. Oh, and what would ye be referring to there now, Lord Von Zeeks? A bloodstain on the frame of the skylight. Such evidence is null and void. What? Why? For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed. Yup! We knew that.
Objection.
What? What are you talking about? It's there for all to see, and it's clearly blood.
Objection.
I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb. So I can state with absolute certainty, no such smear of blood existed in the carriage. At least, not until this trial began. But are you suggesting, Lord Von Zeeks, that this stain of blood was fabricated, my lord? Yes, and while this court has been in session. What? It was during the smoke. What a palaver. I must say I didn't expect such crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standard, Lord Von Zeeks. Yeah, he's covering his tracks. The problem is he innocent or not at the end of the game? But I'm Magnus McGilded, a fellow known all over the capital for his fine contributions to public life. I don't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight it to the bitter end. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper of the Bailey. Mr. McGilded, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I am well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature. You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts. Adapt the facts? What does that even mean? When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir. Tut-tut, Lord Von Zeeks. This will not do, not to be sure. To be sure. Wait it now, Counsel. Huh? Oh, no. I think it's fair to say, this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood in the skylight didn't exist, you say? But if you will all cast your minds back, is it not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom the entire time? How could anyone possibly have put a smear of blood in it without the world and his wife seeing? Isn't that right now, Counsel? There's a point. It's true. The omnibus has been in full view the entire time the court has been in session. Except my learned friend. Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter, in your own words. As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial? If you're asking me, I think it could have been possible. As a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. So this is the romanticized version of justice. In the real world, prosecution just wants the win, defense just wants the win as well. And you still get the romanticized people who are actually looking for the truth, and this is something that's going on with the court in America, where there's more push for finding the truth than just getting a win. Because just getting a win is how we get innocent people in jail. And so Ryunosuke here is doing the we're looking for the truth style instead of the I just want the win style. He still wants the win, but he wants the truth to be the win. And we got that a little bit in the first Ace Attorneys. There was a case where Edgeworth and Phoenix were both realizing that if they work together to look for the truth, then they'll get this guy, instead of just looking for the win. Or they'll get innocence. Like, was it? There's a case where Edgeworth is actually playing to lose because he realizes Not playing to lose, but he's playing for the truth, realizing that he will get an innocent man in jail if he doesn't look for the truth, so he can get the answer and see that if it is true or not. Because we've seen somewhere in the past that Edgeworth was willing to just use fake evidence to get someone in jail. And then he learns to go for the truth. There is no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out their alleged tampering, there is one possibility. Oh! Good gracious! Explain yourself, Counsel! The smoke. And Von Zieg's gonna have me do instead of himself. Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from his deceit. Deceit? I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly. The recess that we were forced to take? As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade. Bang! What is going on? The Capcom is not auto. Cover your face. Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus. They did not secure the omnibus fast enough. I hereby call an emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom. We'll now deliver presents. Kickball presents. The courtroom was filled with smoke, and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in all the chaos. Spin! It could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus. I'm really curious if McGilded is innocent, then he just fabricated all this to make it easier. Are you wise? What are you trying to pull, you rotten feckless gouger? Feckless? Gouger? You're supposed to be defending me. Tis a wicked plot. Tis a plot to undermine me, so it is.
Objection!
Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus. Inconsistencies? Such as? The stuff in the car. To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear and passenger seat. When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, we had the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I have said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning. So the blood on the floor was there, though? Okay. Unfortunately, Lord Von Zieks, no one is able to corroborate your claims. That's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut. Accordingly, I'm afraid to say we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not. Indeed, my lord. No doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things. What do you think? Sorry? About the omnibus. Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus? I have no idea! I have no idea. Well, I have a thought. I have an inkling. My lord. Yes, Counsel? There is one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial. What? What in devil's name are you going to say now? If you dare to betray me, you little maggot, you'd better start watching your back.
Objection!
Silence, McGilded. The court awaits the defense's clarification. This trial keeps swinging one way and then the other. I have no idea what's the truth and what's deception. What am I supposed to believe here? I shall have to ask you to elaborate, Counsel. What exactly is the legend mark that you claim appeared at point during the trial? I'm pretty sure it's the blood. I don't remember that blood being there before, but let's look around really quick. Look around really quick. Look around, look around, look around. I'm gonna go with the blood. Was that blood there?
Got it!
We consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin. We would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, this blood stain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom. Good lord! Yes, I do believe you're correct, counsel. Well said. Although, as an advocate for the defense, one might say that was a very careless slip of the tongue. I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether that evidence is genuine, or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there is at least a possibility that the evidence is fake. Yeah. Ah! This trial is over. Mr. McGilded? I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but it is all over now. But you're the defendant. It is over, I tell you. What? Memory, recollection, what people think they saw. It is all a nonsense. Facts are what counts, and the fact is that bloodstain is there now. And over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been, that good-for-nothing Reaper the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all. I'm scandalized, so I am. I thought better of Lord Von Zeeks. Well, my lord? I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of an individual do not stand as evidence. Oh, my ass. Only until recently have we been saying that the recollections of people, it might not be good enough for evidence. It has been evidence forever. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence. And in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence, easy, they could just test the blood. I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue. Your lordship can't be serious. Lord Von Zeeks, what is your position? The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present. Very well. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter, I shall proceed to my adjudication. As a formality, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense first. What formality? As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGilder will be found not guilty. Yes. Which would mean we've won. Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now with all these unexplained inconsistencies? Counsel for the defense, do your closing statement, please. Oh, is that why? Okay. Let's think 5D chess with the guy at the start. The chief justice or whatever the hell that guy was. I forgot his name. Oh wait, we can look at it in the court record. What was his name? Let's think 5D chess with Male Strongheart, the Lord Chief Justice. Let's say he knew that McGilded was going to get himself off, teehee. Despite going up against Von Zeeks. Let's say that. And so he was hoping someone would come in there, play defense, and catch his lies so that he could be found guilty. And lose. Or maybe there is a true killer here. And so it's to... what's the word here? To just find the actual killer instead of it being McGill. McGill is just actually making things harder. Yes, my lord. The defense believes The defendant could be guilty. That is not our job here, but alright. I am here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, I cannot in all good conscience attest fully to the defendant's innocence. Like in actual law right now, your attorney does not care if you are guilty. Give them all the information. Give them all the information, whether you are innocent or guilty. Give them everything, so there's no surprises. And they can try to figure out if the prosecution knows all that stuff or not. And then they can just, well, they can figure out what to say, what not to say. And then they can get you off, Teehee. What are you saying, man? Without any question, there is no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. However, there is also no conclusive evidence to prove that he is innocent. Good gracious me! Order! Order! This is unprecedented behavior, counsel. A defense lawyer, calling the accused innocence into question. Are you of sound mind? Oh, it was a grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer, so it was. A grand decision. What? I must say, I didn't expect quite such an exciting spectacle at the end there, but still. Here, have this for your troubles. Ah! Your job here is done, fella, and some fine work you've done, so you have. What do you mean? Tis just as the right honourable gentleman succinctly put it afore. The trial can't go on anymore. And your closing statement there was, how did he put it now? Nothing more than a formality. How do you laugh in Irish? I don't know. Or is it Scottish? Which one's Mix? Who's Mick? Scottish or Irish? I really don't know what to make of all this. Was the evidence we've seen genuine, or was it a fake? His lordship would be fuming. Any unsightly rubbish should be disposed of promptly, as I said. Stinking rich, always guilty of something. Mark my words. I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us the lovely park. Now that proceedings have unfolded in this way, I'm compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea. I thank you kindly, my lord. Death! I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court.
Objection!
Hold on! But we still haven't determined if the bloodstain in the omnibus is genuine or not. We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth. Lord von Zeeks. My lord. The case made by the prosecution was flawed. Plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of the justice to take place. My sincerest apologies, my lord.
Objection!
But, wait! When we were evacuated from the courtroom, Lord von Zeeks ordered the evidence to be secured. I'm afraid the prosecution cannot show responsibility in this matter. That's so unfair. Boy, the culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer a judgment. What? Well, Lord von Zeeks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. Huh. Do you mean to tell me this was all but a grand waste of my time? Here's the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law. Magnus McGilded. Good grief! You have more to say to me, have you? Just one thing. A warning. This is far from over. I'm guessing he came out of retirement to go after McGilded. My question is, why would McGilded kill Thrice Fired? Well, something to be looking forward to then. I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded, not guilty. Ever present. And confetti. And fireworks. Oh my god, there's so much. Okay. Gumshoe can't do fireworks. It's just too much work. The jury's like, what the balls? Can't believe it. This is an outrage. They should have examined the evidence more. What are you talking about? The man's been cleared. He's innocent. Take pictures of everything, maybe? I don't know. Oh no, pictures could not capture blood last time, so... I'm curious if your choice there actually affects what Von Zieks thinks of you. With the courtroom in pandemonium for the second time that day, the judge delivered his verdict. I did not expect it to end so abruptly. I thought we were like halfway through the case. And my first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end, with the defendant being found not guilty. Ostensibly a victory for us, but a defeat for justice. I'm like, are they gonna end it there? I bet if we had Sherlock Holmes, we would have found the answer. I just want to know, did McGilded do it, and why would he do it? He already got the guy by the balls with all that money. 18th of February, 5:14 p.m., the Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. I guess we'll get the answer in case 4 or 5. Probably case 5. Probably case 5. Well, we got no one's house. That certainly was a long trial. Oh, yes, it was. Your first ever trial on foreign soil, and your first victory. It was a wonderful performance. My heartfelt congratulations. And to you, Mr. Sato. Thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. The trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened. Well, we didn't have enough time. But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that. The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. You carried out your duty to perfection. Aye, that you did. Mr. McGilded. Ah, and that girl's with him, too. Well, it seems the stories are true. Oh? What stories? About the 6 enormous fireworks they do be letting off when there's a verdict of not guilty. Oh my god. I'm sure you must have seen them till now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say? Yes, definitely. I'd heard it was a sight to behold, and to be sure it was. And have you to thank, I suppose. Ow, hit my hand. For having an opportunity to see it. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure I really did anything. What on earth are you saying, fella? Did I walk out of there a free man, then? I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning. You're a straight-talking fella, aren't you? I must say, you had me astray in the head there once or twice. But you're young and headstrong. That is water under the bridge. Congratulations, Mr. McGilded, on having your name cleared. But nothing's been resolved. There's only one thing that matters to me. Oh? Aye. They've all seen that I didn't do that odious and obstinate deed. It's grand, is it not? I suppose it is. Now the fine fellows of Scotland Yard can take matters in hand and sort out any wee details. They'll see it for what it is. They'll get to the truth. I've absolutely faith in them. So I have. After all, I do be proving a good number of their wages with all the taxes I pay. Oh, there it is. Providing. Ah! This was their only chance of catching his ass. Okay. Not that funny. So then, as we agreed beforehand, 1,000 guineas for your troubles, fella. Oh, no, I couldn't possibly accept that much. Ah, be whist. You're humble people, are you? You from the east. Well, if you insist. But have this, still and all. You deserve a reward. Mr. Magnus McGilded. Everything is ready, sir. If you'd like to follow me into the courtroom. Into the courtroom? What's this, officer? This sooner than I was led to believe. I hope it's not inconvenient, sir. There were some changes to the schedule. Well, they must be making tracks now. It's time for the inspection. Sorry, what inspection? They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. Asked if I could be present for it myself. They're going to examine it again? Now? Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part in any more of this matter now. But as an upstanding member of London society, I do be doing my best to help where I can. It's a gentleman's duty as it is. So it is. So then, fare thee well. 'Twas an absolute pleasure meeting yous. We're gonna defend him again in 5, I'm sure. Hope you have a whale of a time while you're studying here in Great Britain. I would love it if I'm doing 3 different accents, I don't even know it. And there he goes, a free man. Let's talk to Lestrade. Oh, I forgot she was here, too. Smoking out! She's taking her time! Grab the gun! Grab the gun! Grab the gun, you stupid! Doesn't move? Whereas I want to say get a move on, she really does take forever to load that thing. Miss Lestrade, would you mind putting that thing down? You're a grown-up. Same voice. You're a grown-up. There you go. Sorry. And I ate all grown-ups. I'm assuming Holmes? There you are. No, there she is! This is the girl I thought she was! Alright, guess what voice she's getting? Naughty, running off like that? Is this some kind of picnic? Who's this little girl now? I thought she was her. Yep, she did take it from Holmes' group. And taking her with you as well. I was looking forward to try one of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Huh? Bazooka! Oh, do you want to play? You won't beat me. Lestrade and Watson. Or Wilson. Excuse me, but who are you? Bazooka. Fine, have it your way. Oh, good. You see, I knew you'd want to do the right thing in the end. I'm fairly sure that what she wants to do is not get shot by that massive gun of yours. Curtsy. Or bow. We'll be leaving now then. Bye-bye. Did her mouth even move? I'm sorry for all the fuss. So next episode is going to be a Sholmes case. She was a lively one. They're gonna alternate, I get it now. Well, do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way now, too? Yes, you're right. But... where to? Oh! We haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner had we arrived in London than we had to rush here. All our traveling cases are still with the bailiff. I was originally planning to spend today in search of lodging. At this late hour in the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck. I have to search real late then. Don't worry though, I have a plan. We'll go camping! If the worst comes to worst, I've heard of a lovely park where we could spend the night. Camping! Oh my god, I got it right! Please tell me you're not thinking of McGilded Park. I know it may be a little chilly at this time of year, but our youthfulness will see us through. And we'll die in the woods. I'm not so sure about that. I think a midwinter London breeze night will freeze a young person solid just as easily as an elderly one. Oh dear, that doesn't sound agreeable. Oh, she's tearing up. Yeah, right? Ryunosuke, please, you should have taken the money. You could have done better things with it than he was going to do with it. Now I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGilda down. But that 1,000 guineas would have paid for a lovely warm room or a mansion. You do a lot more good with blood money. And so, the trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead. Just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned. The case was far from over. The end. Not yet! Cutscene, okay. Did he burn the omnibus?
Get the fire brigade!
Yes, he did.
Bring water, quick! What? How did this happen?
I don't know, sir. By the time I got here, it was already engulfed.
No one was supposed to be allowed in here before we started investigating.
There's someone in there?
No. Oh, good God. There's someone in there.
Oh no, Santa!
Oh, this can't be.
Oh, Von Zeeks. Okay, who's in there? Who's in there? I say it's gonna be first or fair play is gonna be in there. End. There's no then, just end. I assume it's first or fair play is in there. Assume one of them was in there. And they're gonna say that that was them trying to hide the evidence. That's what they're gonna claim. The Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro. Alright, so we'll stop there. That is the game for now. Did not expect it to end there. It was so abrupt. Whew. Alright, so next time will be the 4th case. But for now, I had fun. Hope you've been watching. That's what's all about it. Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.